Hey guys, Denise Salcedo here with Instinct Culture. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am in Hollywood for the 3rd annual Breaking the Silence Awards. First of all, I want to know, what are your thoughts on the MeToo movement, considering that, it has uplifted so many people, has taken Hollywood by storm, but at the same time there are people that aren't big fans of it.
There's no reason not to be a big fan of it, because all it is telling. And if you did this to someone and you think it's fine, why do you care that they're telling? You know, if it's appropriate, if it's fine, if that's the way old men act, then you should be happy that we're sharing your story. It's such a funny story, isn't it? So I love exposing it. I exposed the owner of Podcast One, and that's where I started my podcast. I was doing a bra commercial. He knew it was being taped. He asked to touch my breasts and made all these inappropriate comments, and I aired it on my show later on, about 6 months later, after I was like, what do you guys think of this? Can I not be sexually harassed because I'm an edgy comedian who stands up and says the F word sometimes? And everybody, the reaction was overwhelmingly, yes, you can, this is horrible. And, but he had worth a lot of money, kept the story very quiet. And the only thing that I really had going for me was my listeners. All my listeners of Juicy Scoop knew the story. But I cannot be a guest on any Podcast One show because I spoke up, because I shared it. And I'm like, well, if you thought it was so funny, why would you care that I shared it? I never sued. I didn't secretly tape it. But what did happen was he was a UC regent, which means you sit on this board of all the UC California schools, and all my young listeners did not like that this person that treats women like this was on their board, and they fought and fought and fought, and he finally had to step down.
Incredible. I absolutely love this story.
And nobody knows the story except my listeners, because you hire a big crisis management company and they keep these stories quiet. I mean, that's what's happened all these years.
Exactly.
Happening.
The same people that then say, we didn't know this was happening, or so on and so forth.
Right. You think Hollywood's so liberal and they're all feminists. They are, until it hurts their careers. And then when it can behoove them, then they come out and are angry, when the whole time they were sitting back knowing it. So one thing, I am not as a hypocrite, but Hollywood has a lot of hypocrites. And I love being in this point in my career that I just don't care, and I can share it and I still do well. But there's a lot of people that do depend on someone saying yes to them, and that's unfortunate.
Last question for you. I want to know, there's certain men that say that now they don't know how they should be able to talk to women, because they think that because of the Me Too movement, they can't talk to women in a certain way. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's just being dramatic, and it's just, no, you can absolutely talk and work together. I do fear that people will now maybe not choose women that are attractive because they don't even want to get in the position of having them work with other men. Like, they can't trust that. And I think that hopefully won't happen. I feel the younger generation of men definitely understand it better than the older, and wouldn't ever think to talk or be that way. It's really the older men that have gotten away with it all these years, you know? So I love that it's exposed, and I just think it's just going to change a whole generation. You know, we're going to look back and we're like, can you believe that this used to happen? You know, like we would have any other atrocities really that have happened in our history. So I think for men, read and just be respectful. Like, just don't talk about your sex life in people's cubicles. Like, don't be disgusting. Like,
don't tell us to smile.
Yes, exactly. Don't smile. You'd look prettier. Why don't you smile? Why don't you flex your muscles?
Well, thank you so much, Heather. It was nice seeing you. Take care. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel for more, and in the comments below, let me know what your thoughts are on the Me Too movement.